So next time you're walking through an airport and you see like 50 massive screens perfectly synced up with flight data.
Right, the giant departure boards.
Exactly. Well, take a second to look around for a server closet door nearby, because behind it there is likely a 30-pound, $48,000 metal box just humming away at 300 watts.
Yeah, it's this completely hidden world.
It really is. And welcome to today's deep dive. Our mission today is exploring that hidden, high-stakes world of commercial AV equipment. We are digging through this massive HDTVSupply product catalog to do it.
Oh yeah, it is a massive catalog.
Yeah, and we're zeroing in on one very specific device today, the Smart-AVI MXWallPRO-5252-S Matrix Switcher. This piece of hardware lists at $69,400.
Which is just wild. Though, I mean, it is on sale right now for $48,580.
A bargain. Okay, let's unpack this. Why on earth does a video switcher cost as much as a luxury car? Or, a year of college tuition?
Well, to understand that astronomical price tag, you really have to look at the sheer physical capability of the device. I mean, it is a 52 by 52 HDMI matrix switcher.
Wait, meaning 52 inputs and 52 outputs?
Exactly. Inside this huge 30-pound chassis, you've got 13 input cards and 13 output cards. And each of those is outfitted with 4 HDMI 1.4 connectors.
Wow. So it's basically this massive physical train switchyard. Like instead of a computer that puts your data in a waiting room to process it, it's physically aligning the tracks.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
So 52 separate highways of video traffic can just travel straight through to 52 entirely different screens without ever stopping to think, like a flawless digital traffic cop.
Right. And what's fascinating here is that it is entirely hardware-based. Unlike software that, has to buffer, this scales everything to 1080p at 60 frames per second in real time.
So there's no lag at all.
Zero latency. Yeah. The video data doesn't have to wait for a CPU to parse the information. It just passes through those silicon logic gates instantaneously.
That's incredible.
It is. That's why it's purpose-built for 247 uninterrupted use in, mission-critical environments.
Security stations, transit hubs, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Places where a drop signal isn't just an annoyance, it's a major operational failure.
Okay, so we've got this massive physical traffic jam of data passing through instantaneously. But raw power is kind of useless if you can't control the chaos.
Right.
If it's purely hardware-based silicon logic, how does a human actually tell it what to do, without a traditional operating system to interact with?
So the initial mapping happens through a dedicated free Windows software program. You set the baseline there.
Okay.
But once those logic gates are programmed, users can actually make on-the-fly routing adjustments using an Android app.
Oh, from a phone.
Yeah, from a phone or a tablet. You can span one single image across all 52 screens or, show 52 completely distinct feeds. You can even overlay custom logos right through the hardware interface.
Okay, I gotta push back here, though, because 48 grand still feels like absolute overkill.
I get that.
Like, for a tenth of that price, I could build a liquid-cooled PC rig, throw in top-tier graphics cards, run some multi-monitor software, and drive those displays. Why isn't a shopping mall or an airport just doing that?
It comes down to the fundamental difference between software processing and a dedicated hardware appliance. Think about what PCs actually do. They rely on an operating system.
Right.
They have to juggle memory allocation and background tasks. Operating systems freeze. They force unexpected updates at 3 in the morning.
Don't remind me.
Right. And when a PC crashes, all 52 screens go down. A hardware matrix switcher like the MXWallPRO doesn't juggle background tasks. It just routes. Plus, it is entirely HDCP compliant.
Oh, let's define HDCP for a second, because that's a huge piece of the puzzle. High bandwidth digital content protection. It's essentially the secure digital handshake required between devices to play copy-protected media.
Precisely. If you're routing commercial video and that hardware-level handshake fails, the display doesn't just lower the quality, it completely blacks out.
Right.
Yeah. The switcher manages those encrypted handshakes natively at the silicon level across 52 separate connections simultaneously. It guarantees the video wall won't suddenly drop a signal or display a Windows error message right in the middle of a busy Saturday.
It just removes all those unpredictable software variables.
Totally.
So for you listening, while you obviously don't need a $48,000 switcher for your living room setup.
Probably not.
No. But the next time you see a massive, perfectly synchronized video wall out in the wild, you'll know exactly what kind of incredible hidden hardware is humming away to make it happen.
You really do start seeing the invisible visible infrastructure everywhere.
You do. But looking through this massive HDTV supply catalog leaves me with one lingering question.
Oh, what's that?
Well, the pages are absolutely packed with categories for 4K and even 8K products, yet this flagship device we just explored, this $48,000 beast, maxes out at 1080p resolution.
That is a really good point.
Right. How long until this incredibly expensive mission-critical infrastructure is forced into total obsolescence just to keep up with society's relentless demand for higher pixel counts?